for no fools. Serpents, daydream. I bite, you call me lovely. Got a sweet tooth. I'm gonna get the sugar from you. When they say I'm a machine gun, I take it as a compliment. Honey, you should know I can be a weapon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in tonight here to IBS playoffs at BOL. We are hopping into our first round matchup, of course, the fifth seed of the fifth seed of Zon. SNC Sunset Ravens taking on the fourth seed of Piltover in Tenebris Esports Aeon. We are already getting into the ban phase right away as these teams are ready and roaring to go right away. I'm
Yep.
here, joined by with Goferino.
Yep. Getting right into, like you said here, a lot of target bans across the board, but a few generalist bans as well that we have been seeing in the meta. Mario on the Amumu here. I believe this is a little bit of an IBS specialty. At least if my memory serves me correct, Pickle. I feel like I've seen Amumu a lot more in IBS than in other leagues I've cast, but everyone's got their flavor. That's going to be responded to with by the Ezreal. If that is a support Amumu, it makes it very easy to just dodge that bandage toss because you have the arcane shield.
Definitely could, but when you see a Mumu, especially on the side of Tenebris Esports, you're expecting that to head to Rennick. He has been a dominant force in the jungle and kindly been the man in charge of action for Aeon. Whereas for the Ravens, Ezreal grabbed early. That's going to be heading to Zandra. They are the carry of the squad, whereas Ziggs is picked up. Could be going a lot of ways, but I'd expect this to be going to Wayne in the mid lane. Of course, Wayne's subbing in for only Magical Girls in that mid lane pool. So we do see a sub coming in for the Ravens. But Swain also picked up by Aeon.
Yeah, let's see. Just 1 second. Let me. Yeah, all right. Producer was correct.
Yeah, but right away, Swain, Cassiopeia, the response out of Aeon. You'd expect this Cassio likely heading to Junk Sleep, but Swain could really be pivoted. Though my personal expectation is we see this heading down to Karma Legend. A lot of AP, though, showing up for Aeon. We'll have to see exactly how that winds up. And really, Thresh, though, the hover and the lock-in going to be picked up for SNC Nebulous. Partly a great pick just overall in the meta for Nebulous trying to pick that up, but also a great denial away from Karma Legend, who the last time we saw them on stream earned themselves the nickname Thresh Legend with how well they were playing. But the bans now hitting the table. Shen and Trundle responses one back and forth. So that means Aeon's looking to limit that jungle pool, limit any potential of those tank shredders, whereas we see the Ravens banning away the Shen and now the Samira, so targeting away the potential of Jig is up and Glizzy Gobbler, saying, you know what, you guys are going to try and play through the 80 carry in the mid lane. We're not going to give you something easy that can help out those teammates like the Shen topside. Whereas now, the Olaf banned away. That is a very strong flex pick for the side of the Ravens between both Wildstar and Lost Havoc, who are the two still on the board to pick for the Ravens. I'd expect to see a jungler here. We'll have to wait and see what the Ravens have in mind, though. Looking across the board, I feel like we've got mid, support, and jungle for the side of Aeon, and now Ravens picks up the Sejuani, once again flexible.
Yep, definitely flexible here. Gonna be a very big beefy front line here, because I'm looking at the Aeon composition here, Bickle. You got 2 mid-range mages here and a Namumu. Locking in the Jhin, that's gonna give you some range here. Does mean you are still very magic damage heavy on your composition, so you do have to be a little bit careful with that, but you do have some physical damage in the bank here.
Yep, Jhin going to be bringing you that physical damage and more AP on the line now with the Mordekaiser. So this is 4 AP and a Jhin. And what that screams to me is, let's stack magic resist like there's no magic resist left.
Yeah, thankfully you do have a Mumu, whose passive literally helps like very high AP teams, since you just get all that extra true damage on top of your magic damage. So that definitely helps a lot. But speaking of stacking MR, you know, we have a champion being hovered right now. We have a champion locked in right now that is very pro stacking MR. In fact, gets a lot out of stacking MR. That is going to be the Ornn himself here in the top lane.
Yep, definitely with that MR stacking, wanted to come in we're likely going to see something like the Jack Show for both the Ornn and maybe even the Sejuani, though could see a Radiant Virtue. Both these tanks are really going to be wanting to stack the MR. And you look at what the Sunset Ravens have, their damage is Ezreal Ziggs. They have a lot of poke, but in those full-on team fights, they may be a bit low on that damage threshold.
Yeah, and especially when you take into consideration that Aeon, they have a Mordekaiser here. So if you get in range for the Death Realm, you just take away one of the two carries. That's going to take away so much of the Sunset Ravens damage in these team fights. Yes, you definitely will get tanky, like we've been saying. You have two champions that can really just hard stack of magic resist here, but you know, that's not going to matter too much here when one of your two DPS threats are going to be in the Shadow Realm.
Absolutely. The Shadow Realm just completely takes one of those two damage threats away, be it the Ezreal or the Ziggs. And just so everybody knows, we are hopping into the client draft right now, but that is not the only game going on tonight. On the other side of the bracket, we have Zaun's 4th seed in TD Dusk taking on the 5th seed of Piltover in Tectonic. Of course, neither of these series have gotten into game, so before it's too late, remember to fill out your pick'ems brackets over in the BOL Discord. Bully, the gracious god he is, gives away RP to the winners per division as well as the overall winner. So get those in before it is too late, as both these matchups are heading into the draft and soon the game for round 1.
And I believe you kind of got to get it in before the game starts, or is it before the first game of the night? So
I think before the game itself starts, you got to get it in. So you're running out of time right about now.
Yeah, you have like 2 minutes tops. So you know, just start clicking on it real quick. You know, maybe hit up ChatGPT.
ChatGPT will absolutely help you out. And our producer Dory may not like this, but here's a little hint: CB clowns are heavily favored to win this entire thing.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a talk in the pregame here, since, you know, we got some players here on the desk. But that aside, you know, we are getting everything locked in here. Nothing too surprising. The Amumu in the jungle, like you did mention. I know a lot of people are just kind of more used to seeing Amumu in the support role now, weirdly enough, but it's been like that for a while because people realized, hey, you got two bandage tosses, you know, it works well into some matchups, and, you know, you're not getting counter jungled. Jin Swain, though, in the bot lane. I actually played this one, Spickle. It's kind of fun. It's really dummy stupid.
There is so much CC, it's not even funny.
Yeah, especially early on, because if you root someone, you can yoink them. If you yoink someone, you can root them. So you just kind of keep people locked in place. It's kind of like the Caitlyn Morgana dilemma, where it's like, oh, you get hit by one thing, you get hit by another. You know, a little less
Yep.
duration, but much longer range and damage, I think.
Much longer range, and then you have the follow-up of Jin's grenade, any Jin traps, as well as the Swain follow-up with his eye and his lightning. Just so much damage coming out. Even when you hit level 6, there's a lot of kill threat in that lane.
Yeah. Even before 6, you can do some pretty cheeky stuff. It is going to be a little bit more tricky in this lane, since you are against Ezreal, who does have that arcane shift, as previously mentioned. Great way to just, you know, get yourself out of any potential roots or yoinks. I don't know what CC the Swainy is technically. I guess it's a root. I guess it's
I believe it's a
stun.
root.
I like calling it a yoink since he yoinked.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But now we do see both of our drafts locked in. Everybody knows where they're going. Draft is done. We're loading into game 1. Which comp do you favor? Who's taking game 1?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I'm kind of leaning towards Aeons here, because just looking down the lanes, you have a winning top lane, you have a bot lane that can win pretty hard, and then you have a jungler who can set them both up. Mid lane, that's going to be a little bit more calm. You know, you can make things happen, but I'm just looking at the lanes here, and I feel like Aeons, they're going to be able to get a bit of a snowball going on here in this early game, Bickle, and that's just going to help them out a lot.
I think I'm right there with you. I like what the side of Aeon has going on. They got a lot of good damage threats, whereas you look at what Sunset Ravens are bringing, it's really reliant on that Ezreal and Ziggs poke. But with that, we are going to be heading into our spectator delay. When we come back, we'll be bringing you game number 1 of Tenebrous Esports Aeon taking on Snack Bears Sunset Ravens. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into our first game of the night here between Tenebris Esports Aeon taking on the SNC Sunset Ravens. Aeon on the blue side, Snack Bears on the red. Looks like we're just going to get standard 5 points out of both of these teams.
Also, apology to our viewers. We accidentally lied to you. When we were saying there's about a minute or two left to get your pick'ems in, it was actually already too late. So if you went to the website and started filling it out only to find out you couldn't, we are sincerely sorry for taking up an extra few minutes of your day.
How dare we lie to you?
Cancelled. Whatever. It's okay. Heck, Billy.
Absolutely, that's what it is.
Yep. Still, we got a little bit of time to dawdle around here in this level 1. Nothing too frisky going on. Most I would expect is maybe Karma Legend gets a proc at the passive here. You know, that's an extra 5 health. You know, it's also a Spell Thieves proc. That'd be a little exciting.
The Karma
Not
Legend
really.
wants the Spell Thieves proc. Xandra and Junk Sleep both want to get a tier stack. First strike for Ezreal. Nothing too shocking.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you, into the early game before any action even starts, First Blood, where are we seeing it?
If junglers are not involved, something's probably happening in the spot lane. It's gonna be Hook, or it's going to be the Yoink, and then there's just gonna be kill off of that. Like, there's no really ifs, ands, or buts. I feel.
So you
But
think
junglers
Jiggas up
aren't.
and Karma Legend are going to be responsible for the First Blood? There is the pull landing into Xandra,
Yeah.
but just get a bit of
It's
gold
only-
going to them.
Yeah, still only level 1 here in the spot lane. So you land the Never move, and you're like, yeah, Eat that. And
2 for 2. Hook
okay,
lands, though. Death Sentence lands on Jig.
good trade.
Glacial's just going to slow him a bit, take a big chunk of his health. And these Arcane Shifts are, I mean, not Arcane Shifts, these Mystic Shots are landing, getting a decent chunk onto his bot side. But potions are potions for a reason, and will just heal people.
Level 2 will be hit in the bot side here on this wave. So then, okay, looks like Aeons, they're the ones able to get that first. Nothing too much happening. No Never Moves landing into the root. Mid lane.
And lost Havoc in the
Rennick.
area, though. There's the Arctic Assault in. Rennick lands the Bandage Toss in onto Wayne. They're just going to walk away, though. Slow's coming in. Miasma is dropped. Havoc's looking to chase, but nothing really going to come out of it for now. Junk Sleep stepping towards that push, but with no vision thanks to that sweeper, has to back away. And Rennick's chunked out, forced out of River.
Ooh, okay. We got a bit of an invade here.
Havoc's looking to continue the chase. He sees Rennick, dashes in.
Oh,
Smite,
okay,
though,
that's not
from
good.
Rennick, gets himself his large raptor. He says, you can come into my jungle all you like, but these are
Ooh.
my camps.
Lost Havoc also used the flash there to make sure they don't get hit by the Bandage Toss or Miasma, so definitely coming out on the sour end of that trade. Does suck for Havoc. Not the end of the world. Bit of wasted time, a wasted flash.
Yeah, and a little bit of Vision of the Empire coming out. Just getting Karma Legend some more of those stacks.
Now let's
The
see.
more HP, the better as the game goes on. Rennick really low to his red
Ooh.
buff. Of course, Smite no longer heals you, so it was a bit dodgy, but he was okay.
Wait,
in
it
the end.
doesn't?
No, Smite doesn't heal you anymore.
Oh, goes to show how long it has been since I played jungle.
Welcome to this new season with the jungle pets. Hold on, Wayne knocks back Junk Sleep into tower range with the Satchel Shard.
Ooh.
Death Sentence does land, though, onto Karma Legend with that Essence Flux Mystic Shot and the Arcane Shift. Decent chunk of damage out, but Jig is up, trading the damage back.
For anyone wondering, it's currently 4 Ravenous Flock stacks here for Karma Legend. That is 48 extra health.
Caw,
scaling-
caw, the bird calls.
That's what I used to say on Fiddlesticks before the rework whenever I'd ult. Since you have time when you channel it, I just type in alt chat, come. And even though I did it every time, people just wouldn't catch on. It's like, oh, Fiddlesticks
Like, what on
ulted.
earth could this mean?
It's like, I literally gave you a warning, dude.
Gave you a warning, didn't matter in the end, though. Both 80 carries here, just happy to farm up. Junk Sleep a bit down in CS mid lane, but just using those Twin Fangs to farm up. Next, first dragon is spawning in 15 seconds. We'll have to see which team gets prio and heads down that direction.
Yep, nothing really too aggressive happening right now. We haven't seen any real hard moves except for that gank in the mid lane for a first blood. It's just been a little try and feel out your opponent here. You know, maybe we land a Death Sands, maybe we land a Never Move. Just follow that up with an extra ability or two, and top
Maybe a
lane.
Deadly Flourish, like right there.
Yeah, that was You didn't have to go for that if your Jig's up, because it's like it's negligible.
That's sending a message.
Yeah. Because usually you want to hold on to it for when the actual all-in happens. The damage from it's kind of paltry. Like, see, that's a good time to do it. You're threatening an all-in.
Exactly.
Just
this
usually
Gobbler
better
up
to have.
top here. Chunk to a bit, about half health, and also some note Wildstar now has access to that Call of the Forge God. 6 is hitting across the map right now. We see the Call of the Forge God. We see the Mega Inferno Bomb. Still waiting for both the Petrifying Gaze and the Realm of Death to come online for the side of Tenebris Esports.
Yep.
But Dragon has been started right now by Rennick. They're prioritizing that Chem Tech Dragon, getting themselves an early stack, and Wildstar trading a bit back and forth. Knock up off that Searing Charge. Pull back in off the Death's Grasp. Lizzie Gobbler's looking to chase. Doesn't have ulti yet, so he's calling it back. But in comes the Call of the Forge God. Knock up comes in. Wildstar's looking to chase. Brittle Proc, Bellows Breath. First blood to Wildstar.
Ooh, and not having the ulti there sucks majorly for Glizzy, because one of the reasons why the Mordekaiser feels so great into the Ornn is, you know, if the Ornn presses Call of the Forge God, you ult the Ornn, and it's the Call of the... Not a Call of the Forge God, it's... I was trying to think of something, but I couldn't. But there's no Call of the Forge God when you're in the Shadow Realm. Did not have that there. Pretty low. First blood. Okay, we got first recalls coming through here in the bot lane. Oh, Are you there, Pickle?
I'm all good. I'm all good.
Okay.
People yelling in the background with a conversation that I needed to have, so mute is
Okay.
my friend. But I'm
Yeah,
all good here right
it
now.
happens. I was just
Everybody
worried like
back.
you'd be feed.
No, I'm
Like,
all
what?
good. That was last week, not this week.
I was about to say. But
Everybody all farming up junk sleep, using these twin fangs off the noxious blast poison to just farm up, keeping themselves even with Wayne right now, who's just trying to shove in and farm. 10 CS lead though on the board right now for Wildstar, and a 10 CS lead for the Ezreal down bot for Xandra.
And of course, first blood here in the top lane for a Wild Star. So some nice side lane advantages here for SNC.
We do see a roam coming in though. Nebulous is on their way. No level 6 yet, but Glizzy Gobbler's trading aggressive, looking to continue, but here comes Nebulous. They're looking to continue the chase. No call to Fort God yet.
Yeah.
He's just going to walk away. Rennick, though, showing mid on that control ward. Bouncing bomb thrown away by Wayne. Meanwhile, Xandra is stepping up, forced to Arcane Shift away, tagged by that Deadly Flourish. Jig is up, looking to continue the chase. They are fine, though.
Yeah, that getting top lane was a really hard sell. Rennick, you gotta be careful here,
Rennick's in
buddy.
trouble here. Dash in, Havoc doesn't land the Arctic Salt Foot. The stacks are building
Okay,
up over the
ulti.
permafrost. Rennick pulled back by the flag, trying to run away, but Nebulous pulled back in. Glizzy's coming in. Rennick goes back in to try and save his mid lane, top laner. Does not
Oh.
live for himself. He will fall to
Honk?
Lost Havoc. Call the Forge God.
Oh, no.
Knocks up another. Glizzy calls the Death Realm, though, and will take down Nebulous, but he is traded back. Havoc, though, also takes down Junk Sleep. Bot side, they're trying to punish Xandra. They can't do it, though. In a 1v2,
That's a turning
Xandra
call.
is fine under tower, but up top side, 3-for-1 going the way of the Sunset Ravens.
3 for 1, and the Ravens will be picking up the Herald here.
Hold
Okay.
on, there is that curtain
Okay.
call. Xandra gets out of it to safety, though. No slows coming in. Lost Havoc,
Oh.
chunked low by this Herald, but the Permafrost alongside of that Smite gets him the Herald. Secures a very early objective advantage to himself, as Wildstar's just looking to push away topside.
And we do see a sizable lead starting to come through here for the Sunset Ravens. Talking about a little over 2K right now. Very early Herald drop here. You do have the push here in the mid lane. That is going to get you a plate and a half, it looks like. So
I'd say you gotta feel bad for Xandra right now with the fact that Nebulous has been everywhere but his lane. But when you pick Ezreal, you kind of expect it. Xandra knows
Yeah.
their job is going to be to farm up. They've picked up the cull as well, just looking to scale for late. We do see Wildstar picking up the first item of the game, though. Abyssal Mask now online,
Ooh.
saying, I need MR. This gives MR. This also gives my team more damage. I'm going to take it.
that's a classic one. I mean, that's what you used to see the Ornum rush
I'm a
back.
legend. Pulls in with that. Death Sentence goes wide.
Rennick.
Rennick is in the area, looking to continue the chase. Flash in, bandage toss lands onto Xandra, forces out the guns. Flay away by Nebulous, tries to save
Ooh,
his
good
AD carry.
yoink.
Nebulous will pay with his life, but Xandra will live.
Good flash bandage toss there by Rennick. Just get on top of people. Did not have the Curse of the Sad Mummy. Might be able to get a 2 for
Karma Legend
here.
drops the ignite after that combo you mentioned. Heal forced
One
out there
auto?
from that Mystic shot.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, they're just backing away down bot side now, as they've chunked Xandra out to no HP.
Oh, lost
Rennick,
Havoc.
though, wants to contest this. Bandage toss lands, has lost Havoc, tries to dash away, he gets tagged by the Curse of the Sad Mummy, goes in with a second, looking to continue the chase, flash
Ooh,
in
flash
with
never
never
move.
move, pulled back, but there's the Mega Inferno Bomb over the top to disengage. Miasma stops a re-engage coming in from the Ravens.
We got the Mountain Dragon in 10 seconds here, Bickle, but Aeon's wisely backing off. Their health bar is just a little too damn low. And the Thresh that they killed has come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, a little bit. Wayne clearing out this vision. Junk Sleep stepping up, looking to contest this at all if possible. But the TP has come in from Wildstar. He has the call of the Forge God. Junk Sleep may be in trouble here on his own.
Ooh. Yeah, I think Sleep.
Tagged there by that Volcanic Rupture. Going to be walking away, though.
Yeah.
Looks like Junk Sleep's just going to go back to farm in mid.
Single Earth Dragon going over. 8% extra armor and MR on a team
All the
that's
Forge
already
God,
going to be
though,
one.
coming in mid. Tags on the Junk Sleep. Gets the knockup. Brittle proc is not there, but there
Yep,
is the
here.
satchel charge kill for Wayne.
Ooh, okay. And we got the first kill here for one of the carries on the Sunset Ravens. It's gonna be for Wayne in the mid lane. And since it is also Ziggs, you're also able to put some pretty good hurt onto that
Legend lands
turret.
the never move bot side with Division of the Empire tagged with that deadly flourish. There's that CC chain you mentioned. Nebulous couldn't move for a bit, but didn't take that much damage.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do when that lands? You get hit by the never move, you get hit by the deadly flourish. You're just kind of sitting there, you know? You're just sitting there and waiting. Not much you can do. Okay. Gold League gonna extend a little bit further here for the Sunset Ravens. They also get their first dragon. The Mountain Dragon when you're already gonna be doing a lot of resistance stacking. Gonna be kind of PogChamp, not gonna lie.
Karma Legend throwing out these never moves, trying to lock somebody down, but just not finding it. Zandra playing extremely safe with these arcane shifts. Knows their limits on the Ezreals. They're just trying to farm away right now. Stack themselves up, get themselves some gold. Karma Legend looking to step up, gets the pull with the never move. There's the follow-up Deadly Flourish. Nothing going to come out of it, though.
Definitely looking here in the bot lane, but unless we see a big hook, unless we see a big never move onto either one of these ADCs, don't think too much is gonna happen in terms of kill threats.
Long Sleep knocked back by that Satchel Charger. Looking to trade, though.
Ooh.
Stepping up, has the Conqueror stacked. Wayne throws out the bouncing bomb, looking to clear the wave if ever possible. Trying to get a tag. Look who's here, though. It is Lost Havoc. Flashes in. Junk Sleep eats that on the nose of the Glacial Prism as Wayne picks up another kill, either accidentally or predicting the flash. Havoc gets the lockdown.
Just a little too overextended there by Junk Sleep, and they pay the ultimate price. Now 0-3 on this Cassiopeia, when they are going to be the main damage dealer for their team here, Bickle, because, you know, Cassiopeia can just shred through tanks, can shred through anyone, really. Not going to have that luxury when you are 0-3. It's so vulnerable right now.
Rennick sees that they're going to need a bit of extra damage, has picked up that Demonic Embrace, of course, gives themselves some health, as well as damage, whereas we see the first Mythics coming online. Radiant Virtue there for Havoc, and the Leandri's Anguish online for Wayne. Wildstar looking to rotate mid, though, clearing out this vision, as the Herald respawn will likely be coming in from though. Zandra side
the real lands.
dodge out on the Deadly Flourish,
Good kill.
but has Arcane Shift away.
Yeah.
Young Sleep, though,
Ooh.
stepping up to fight Wayne, but gets knocked back. There is the Arctic Flail to lock him down. Havoc picks up another as Junk Sleep falls for the 4th time this game.
Oh, that's just such a feels bad man here, Bickle. Top lane got a bit of a fight. Okay, nothing happened, but that just feels so bad here for Junk Sleep because
Rennick,
no,
though,
Rennick.
face check this. Locked down by the Glacial Prism. Knocked up. Bouncing bomb back in as Lost Havoc picks up another kill. 4-0-1 on this Sejuani, as that is now a free Herald going the way of the Ravens.
Beautiful death rush there here from the Sunset Ravens, just recognizing like, hey, they ain't got vision in this Herald pit. They're probably going to be figuring we're up here, so, you know, let's just try and get ourselves a pick here, and a pick is indeed what they get. You get a kill, you get the Herald. Now you extend this gold lead even further.
Electric comes in, forces out that Demonic Ascension, worried about more all-in threat of Zandra. Karma Legend now without that ultimate, as Dragon is coming up in 30 seconds.
And want that Herald placed mid very quickly. You do have a wave already up there.
With this Herald, you should easily be able to take this mid tower.
1, 2, buckle my shoe. Oh,
Don't even need it. Don't even need the Satchel Charger. Saying, any mid laner could have taken this tower. Zandra,
yeah.
stepping up, clearing vision. Dragon, 15 seconds is the next focus for these teams.
I like this by Zandra. Set up the vision here. Thanks to that Scuttle. Scuttle, not Herald. I think it can become a Herald, but I don't keep up with that lore. Just hovering around this, waiting on Lost Havoc to come. You should have the team fight advantage here with how far ahead you are.
And lands onto 2 with the Curse of the Sad Mummy. Zandra is burning It does fall in the end, though, to the burn, as Rennick will live, as Nebulous also falls. That's instantly 2-0 going the way of Aeon, and now they have complete control around this dragon. But Wayne, Wayne, Wildstar, and Lost Havoc are all in the area looking to contest this. No TP available for the bot or support. I mean, this is just going to be a pure 5v3. As Havoc's looking to continue this dragon, the Madman says, I don't care that we're down, teammates. We're taking this fight.
Yeah, because you are pretty damn fed as this Sejuani, but man, the Sunset Ravens bot lane there, getting a little cut out, bestie. Not gonna lie, like, you know, your main goal there was distract, buy some time, wait for the cavalry to come.
Yeah, and it looks like the side of Aeon is just looking to give this for... Oh, wait, not entirely. Bax did come in, but now there's Karma Legend.
Jungler, though.
But in comes a big open of the cup. Karma Legend flashing in with that Demonic Ascension. They're on to the dragon right now. Rennick's looking to grab it, does secure it in the end with the smite. But meanwhile, Karma Legend will fall. But there's a big Petrifying Gaze in the back. Knock up off that Searing Charge. Wayne picks up a kill. Death Sentence goes wide on Glizzy, but it doesn't matter as Zandra is there to not quite pick up a kill. Glizzy flashes over the wall. Call the fourth god, though, over the top. It's the kill. Long range. Wildstar picks up the kill. Looking to continue the chase on to Rennick, who's trying to get the Blast Cone. He will Blast Cone away. Never mind. He says, I'm going back in, as there is a Death Sentence landed onto Rennick, but Jig is up, is here to support his jungler, as Rennick will get a kill. He's surviving off the healing. He will fall in the end. The Lost Havoc tries to Blast Cone away. Jig's up over the wall, looking to continue the chase. Deadly Flourish will take him down, as this is blood across the board.
Oh, but the ones suffering the most here will be Aeon's Bickle, because sure, you got the dragon, but you kind of lose your entire team. You get a few kills in return, but, you know, you also lose that mid lane inner turret. You're going to lose this bot lane outer turret. And the carries here, you know, they're starting to get big. Well, wait. Oh, Lord. Wayne is definitely already big.
3-0-5 on this Ziggs right now, building towards... He knows there's going to be a lot of MR here, but Xandra's in shovel. Tagged by Karma Legend, pulled in by the Never Move. Gale Force by Jig is up, picks up a kill with the fourth shot.
Oof. Yeah, that's just an easy pickup there in the bot lane. An overextended Zandra. It's very easy Zandra to just be picking on off. Do have the first Orin item coming through, though. So that's only going to get spookier from here on out.
We do see mythics almost across the board coming in. We see for the side of Aeon, you got the Driftmaker. No mythic yet for Moomba would have the Demonic Ascension. Meanwhile, lock up on a Jig is up. There is the Satchel Charge to knock him away to safety for a little bit, but Havoc's chasing, and the Winter's Wrath takes him down. Meanwhile, topside looking to trade on to Glizzy. Wildstar just Searing charging away, trying to get out safety. Junk Sleep looking to continue this push mid. This mid is Rennick, though, topside. Bella's Breath stops it for a little bit, but flashed away from that Death Grasp. Wildstar trying to walk away. Death Realm is popped topside, but Wildstar says, you know what? Under my tower. I don't really care.
Yeah.
He's just looking to clear the wave, saying, okay, Rennick was topside. He burned his ultimate. You guys burned 2 ultimates, but Glizzy looking to continue the trade. Wildstar gets the Brittle proc. That's Rennick no longer in the area, headed towards the scuttle, but he's coming back topside because he wants more. Never mind. He's going to his jungler. He's backing.
Yeah.
Arma Legend a little bit.
Okay. Does get out of that one. Have to be careful in your own jungle, though. You are still on the back foot.
Gets the knock up into the Brittle proc auto, walking away, dodges the Obliterate. Call the Forge God coming in. There's the knock up. There's the Brittle, the auto, the Bellows Breath. Wildstar, another solo kill topside.
That's the thing with the Ornn, like, you just do so much damage even if you are building full tank here. We see, like, Wildstar, I believe they're 216 MR already, so have fun getting through all of that. And you just don't have the firepower yet.
Havoc just starting this Baron instantly with his team, saying, we are all here, we're just going to take this, and you have to come respond to us. And they're burning down out. Up the side of Aeon is here, they spot it, they're looking to pull away, Death Sentence goes wide, there's the Glacial Prison lockdown, it looks like they're peeling away. Over the top, though, is the curtain call. Karma Legend gets knocked in, they're looking onto Wayne, gets the pull in, off the never move. Wayne will be popped like a balloon. Karma Legend.
Oh, that's a
drops
good
the demonic
play.
ascension. Nebulous goes in with Death Sentence. I don't know if that was the best call, my friend. Jigs up, though. Throwing out these autos. Gale forces away to get away from the tanks. But Wildstar is falling and burning down. But Rennick
Monster's
will fall.
damn tanky.
Down goes Junk Sleep, but Jig is up, dealing the damage. Havoc, the last man standing for his team. The Baron throw that we all know and love has come to play in IBS. Jig is up.
Deadly Flourish?
Deadly Flourish tags him, but it's not enough.
Ooh. Great comeback fight, though, here for the side of Aeon's, Bickle, because, you know, they're still down in gold. They were down a man in that fight to start it, but they're able to stall out long enough. They make the Ravens use too many ultimates, too many key cooldowns trying to just get out of that pit. And then they're able to re-engage. You get the pick onto Wayne, and you're just able to go to town from there. It is a 4-for-3, but when you're behind like this, it does favor you.
Absolutely, and you stop them from taking the Baron, which is what they were looking to do. Dragon now spawning in 5 seconds. TP's coming in. There is the pull in off the never move. Wildstar and friends are in the area first, which is what matters. They have river control. They're pulling out the Dragon. Rennick has stolen a lot of damn objectives so far, so much so that I screamed at TD Syndicate to pull out the damn Dragon. It looks like the Ravens learned that lesson. But Rennick flashes over, looking to contest it. He's still here, goes in with the bandage pulse, and he steals it! Doesn't even matter, Rennick walking away. Cool guys don't look at explosions, but Lost Havoc's looking to continue to chase. Karma Legend falls for the death sentence. But looks like Rennick and Co are saying, we got the objective, we want to leave. Blizzy flashes away, trying to get out. 1-for-0 for a Dragon, but it's not 1-for-0 yet, as he's tagged with Permafrost. He's going to walk away, though. 1-for-0 for a Dragon? I'll take that.
Yeah, they're turning and burning right onto the Baron, though. Keep in mind, Smite's not up yet for Lost Havoc. So that is going to make things a little bit dicey here if Aeons are able to get on top of this Baron in time, Bickle. Baron at half health, there's the current call.
Rennick is low, though. Junk Sleep thrown up Miasma. Blizzy Galbor just looking to run into these people. There's the Death Mate, but he does not pick anybody up. Rennick, though, caught by the Death Sentence. Curse of the Saddle on the onto 2. In the back line, though, Jig is up. It's continuing to chase. There's the knockable to call.
Oh,
Jig is up, will fall. But he trades it back onto 2. 3-for-2 in the end there, going the way of SNC Sunset Ravens. They get the kills, but their damage is gone. I don't know if they can Baron.
I mean, they could, but it would take it'd take the better part of the night, you know.
Yeah,
The Thrash.
it off.
Definitely pretty dicey.
Yeah, a little bit. Second items coming in for a lot of the cast across the board. We, of course, have Ornaments, the Unspoken Parasite, Leandri's Lament now on the board for the side of the Ravens.
Mm-hmm. Interestingly. Yeah. So things are going to calm down for just a second. It is still in the favor of the Sunset Ravens right now. But with that Dragon Steel, it does put the side of Aeons here on Soul Point, Pickle. And we are 3 minutes out from what might be the final Elemental Dragon of the game. They're able to secure that Clown Soul. That's a big deal.
Very much would be, of course. Cloud Dragon, move speed is one of the most important, most overlooked stats in this game. So Cloud Dragon is extremely effective. Wildstar, we're going to clear out this wave. 2.5 minutes on that Dragon. As the True Shot Barrage just pushing waves mid and clearing things out. We do see the Essence Reaver into Manamura coming online for Xandra, so getting a bit more damage out with these Mystic Shots, which you like to see. As here comes your next ornament. It will be the Primordial Dawn coming online for Lost Havoc.
Yep. And, ooh. Yeah, because Lost Havoc, they have the Primordial Dawn. They have a Force of Nature. They're sitting on a Spectre's Cowl, so that's probably going to be another Abyssal Mask here. I forget if they stack.
I don't think the damage burn. I don't think the curse stacks, but I know you just get more.
Yeah, that's a good knockup.
As there's the death sentence. Rennick is picked, drops the curse of the sad mummy, goes on to Xandra.
Almost gets a turnaround.
That's an instant kill on the jungler. Call the Forge God over the top. Chase is continuing, gets the knockup on the Glizzy, as there is the Death Realm pop. Glizzy 1v1 versus Wildstar. Wildstar, they're just going to walk
Glizzy's
away
in a bad spot, though.
Glizzy's in trouble, though. Death sentence lands. 2-for-0, and that's also Junk Sleep chunked out. And that says Baron for the Ravens.
Ooh wee mama. Yeah, that's just gonna be Baron here. There's no smite to contest it. It's 5 versus 3 on the map. Why wouldn't you have all the dibs in the world on this purple worm? You're gonna be feeling pretty good about yourself. Because they just punished Rennick so hard there, Bickle. Rennick just kind of overextended, didn't have the full vision, didn't have the full info, gets caught out, and then the ensuing fight is just chaos, but it's chaos working in the favor of the Sunset Ravens.
Definitely is. And now look at Wildstar right now. He has the Unspoken Parasite, the upgraded Jack Show. He has the Abyssal Mask. He has the Force of Nature and Merc Treads. This man has how much magic resist right now?
329.
He has 329 magic resist. Good luck tickling him with anything you have to do. And oh, you have a Jhin. Guess what? He still has some armor, and Jhin can't shred tanks. You're just screwed.
Yeah. Have fun with that. I mean, Junk's Sleep can still get through Wildstar. It's just Junk Sleep fell behind really hard early on. But, I mean, Cassiopeia, once you do get some more items under your belt,
Reneco
okay.
lands that Banish Husk onto Nebulous, looking to continue the chase. He may just be caught here as the Thresh will fall to the Decimate. Not quite yet, though.
Oh,
Jig
so
is
close.
up, dodges out on that death sentence.
You're losing your bot side.
Yeah, they're losing all the spot side, as you mentioned. Baron push with a Ziggs sells death for your turrets.
Oh no, because they also want the dragon here. This is Soul, but you're splitting your
Send
members.
two down to
Oh,
bottom,
no.
and they're looking to continue that chase.
They
As
just take
Wildstar
this turret.
Rain, power falls, and now the 2v2 hunt. There's a big knock there as the bomb over the top. Call the Fortune coming in on the Junk Sleep. Flashed away though, but the auto in off the Bellow's Breath flash in. 1-for-1 trade right now as the top laner just trading away. Well, look at Wildstar. He's laughing at this damage. He's saying, oh, there's a Jhin
They're
here.
getting through him eventually.
But I'm just going to trade and try and walk away. Don't mind me, guys. My team's taking the objective. But here's Xandra. Mystic Shot, Arcane Shift over the top. Takes down, Jig is up as this push continues. And Rennick says, well, I can't contest this dragon anymore. Good luck, guys. As he's just going to leave. Maybe try and go for a Hail Mary steal. But SNC's pinging this out. They know exactly Rennick's tricks. They know what he's up to. Wildstar in the area. There's a knockup into that. Almost gets the steal. It's not enough, though, as Rennick will fall.
Yeah, things are going from bad to worse right now for Aeon's. I don't know what else to say, because you got that Baron buff push with the Ziggs in the bot lane. You're going to shred through those turrets. And then you're just sitting in melee range of this Ornn that we already mentioned had 329 MR when we last looked. Right now has 340. And you don't have magic
land there
pen.
on a Karma Legend. Wildstar goes in, pops
Oh
the bell,
my
but the Mega Inferno Bomb over the top just demolishes, forces out the ultimate from Karma Legend for the extra HP, as the Ravens are just looking to push in, take down this tower using the Ziggs bomb, and they're just looking to siege away, as this is Raven dominance right now.
The front line is just way too damn tanky. You just don't do damage. Even with double demonic embrace here. Now that's slowly chipping them away, but you have to worry about the other threats.
Wildstar, big knock up there, off of the Searing Charge, into the Death Realm, and it's a 1v1 Glizzy taking on Wildstar, but into the back line, there goes Lost Havoc, as instantly Glizzy is popped. Wildstar still full HP, looking to continue the chase. He says, you're popping a curtain call, not in front of me, you're not, as the towers are melting through Wildstar, who is burning, but he will live in the end, as Xandra finishes off Junk Sleep, as this is the Ravens looking to continue their death march. Jig is up in Karma Legend, the last man standing, as that's a Mystic Shot taking half of Jig's health.
Yeah. They don't end the game on this push, but probably next push. You got Baron up here, a little under 2 minutes. You're not really going to be able to contest that too well with double inhibs down. You're this far behind. You're just going to be struggling to clear the waves. You finally have a third item here for Drunk Sleep, but it's kind of too little too late, because you still don't have Magic Pen here for this Cassiopeia. Against 340 magic resist.
Congrats, you got a Rhyelize to slow the Ornn so you can tickle him more. You need that Void Staff somewhere. As yes, you have double Demonic Embraces and a double Leandries, so you got the percent HP burn. But with how much MR there is, you're just tickling.
Mm-hmm. Like, you're kind of in a hole right now, a huge hole, a deep hole. There's not too many ways out of it, if I'm being honest.
Definitely not that many ways out. Xandra's just farming away on this mid wave. 3 items on the Ezreal. Now it's the Navori as well. As this is a death march coming in from the side of the Sunset Ravens. They're stacked up. They're saying, we don't care if we don't have any objectives. You have no base, and we're looking to end this. Glizzy tagged a little bit with that flail as Wildstar and Havoc are frontlining like there is no tomorrow. And there's the knockup onto Rennick. They're looking to force him down as Wildstar's just tanking no damage. I mean, look at him. He's being tickled right now. He's eating everything.
That's
Into
the
the back
banish
with a Rennick.
toss.
Big ultimate over the top. Gets that Curse of Sad Mummy. Karma
There's no
Legend is going
follow-up.
in there. Locked down by that death sentence. So Glizzy's trying to follow it up. Zanya's just popped. Curtain call over the top for a bit of damage. But it don't matter. This is the Ravens. Once upon a midnight dreary. While I pondered weak and weary. Quote the Raven. Nevermore. As the Ravens will take game number 1.
Yeah, the very heavy AP composition, especially since it was the tanks here for the Raven crew that started snowballing. Yeah, that was such a hard hole to dig yourself out of.
It really was, but in the end, did not matter. It just felt like Wildstar was this immovable front line for the entirety of the Ravens. Xandra and Wayne were just completely free to free fire every ability they had into whoever the hell they wanted. And Rennick just got punished. He and Junksleep both died 9 times that game. Junksleep got punished so hard early by Lost Havoc to give Wayne his advantage.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a bit of a drawing board you have to go back to here for this next game if you are Aeons, because that was a rough one. And
It was. And I didn't check at the end, but I think Xandra almost finished their call. They almost got it.
Yeah, that was a really late call, not gonna lie, because I think they had already finished the Miramano by the
Yeah,
time they got.
Muramana was finished at that point. And right now, that was just clean domination by the side of the Sunset Ravens, and that's exactly what they're going to be looking to do. MVP for game number 1, who are you going to give it to?
Magic Resist.
Yeah, I think that's a very fair assessment. MVP for game number 1 goes to Merc Treads, Force of Nature, Abyssal Mask, and any other damn tank item you want, because MR hurts when you're a full AP team with your only AT being a Jhin. Who would have guessed? And really, we were talking about how Junksleep was going to have to be a really strong carry for this team. He almost had the least damage on the team. He got out damaged by the Amumu.
Didn't help that you got ganked mid quite a lot there.
Yeah.
To their credit, but yeah, I want to see what exactly the side of Aeons whips up coming into this next game, because obviously that was not the look here, Chief.
Nah, that ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. But of course, that's just game number 1. We are going to head to a quick break here as we get ready for the draft number 2 in the lobby for game number 2 of the SNC Sunset Ravens taking on Tenebris Esports Aeon.
seen killer bees kill people, kill horses. They will attack anything that moves, anything that makes noise, smells. They don't care what they sting. They will kill anything.
Black and yellow in color, they work together as the ultimate killing machine, made up of rancids that inject a venomous toxin into their victims. These frightening swarms are the result of an experiment gone wrong, a deadly mistake.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into game number 2's draft between Tenebris Esports, Aeon, and SNC Sunset Ravens. Ravens once again on red, Aeon once again on blue. Bands coming in. Gragas, Zeri, the Ziggs now hitting the ban table. As the Ravens once again banning away the Aesol, the Anivia, and the Tristana. So a little bit of change up as the Karma is now left on the board.
Do we see that locked in first pick here? With both these teams prior it. No, it's gonna be the J4. That's gonna be locked in. Rennick. Gonna be most likely the one piloting that. Amumu still on the board though. I didn't hate the Amumu. Worked out pretty decently. And honestly, like at the end of the game, it's like, yeah, you're super far behind as like a kind of bruiser / fighter Amumu build. You're gonna kind of die every time you bandage toss in. Ezreal Karma though, gonna be the answer here. So have fun locking down that combo.
Yeah, Xandra sticking with what worked for them last time with the Ezreal, and now Nebulous grabbing an even better pairing with the Ezreal in the Karma this time, something that was banned away last game. Aeon's response, though, once again, this Swain Jhin.
Okay.
Go for it, how do you feel about this?
I mean, in theory, works better against this bot lane combo since the Karma pretty squishy here. Not like Thresh who can lantern out the Ezreal if they do get caught, or have any like really innate tankiness like the Thresh does. So definitely much more kill threat here. We have to keep in mind that there is still potential that both the Karma and Swain can be flexed around. Just because we saw the Swain support last game does not mean we are going to see it this time around necessarily. As Sejuani, though, that definitely got pretty damn far ahead in that early game. Going to be locked in here once again for the Sunset Ravens.
Yep, bans though coming on the table. We see Mundo and Shen taken away by the Sunset Ravens. Whereas Aeon says, we are not giving you an unkillable front line in the Ornn again. That is not happening, as it is banned away, and they're left with one more ban here. It's going to be the Olaf, once again targeting the top jungle duo of Wildstar and Havoc.
So what's the call here? Do you lock in a top lane? It looks like that is the call here with the Cannon Hover and the Cannon lock-in. So we have Sejuani Ken. That's a pretty nice little AoE wombo combo if you are able to get on top of them here. Quite a bit of damage.
Cannon, of course, brings so much damage to the table. Even just a slicing Maelstrom, it doesn't matter how far behind you are. The second you hit R, you are going to stun people, and they are going to take a lot of damage. But speaking of hitting R and making people take a lot of damage while stunned, Annie is brought to the table. The Dark Child is here for Junk Sleep. Of course, has been such an oppressive champion ever since they gave her that reflection on both autos and abilities on her Molten Shield.
Then some other big quality of life changes I can't quite remember. The set being hovered. Looks like it's going to be the pick here against the Kennen. I have not seen this matchup here. Obviously, if you showstopper a Kennen away from your team, that is a net positive. But you do have to keep in mind in lane that you are going to get a lot of ranged harass here from this Kennen. So if you're not able to pop the Q and get into range for a face breaker, things might be a little bit tricky in this top lane.
Yeah, things really going to be a bit sketchy there for Glizzy Gobbler on this set into, I was going to say into the Kennen, but Wildstar locks in the Darius top lane, as Wayne is going to be taking this Kennen mid most likely.
It's interesting, because I think we have seen Kennen mid flexed a little bit in pro play. I might be wrong, though. I can't quite remember. We'll have a lot of burst against the Annie. The thing is, though, you go in, and if you don't insta-stun Annie, you probably just eat a full combo yourself and nearly die. So it is a delicate balancing act in this mid lane if you are this Kennen. Top lane, though, I mean, you're a melee champion against Darius. Enjoy that one, buddy. Yeah.
And as this has our draft concluded, I want to give everybody else an update. The first game of the other series between TD Dusk and Tectonic has concluded, as Tectonic takes game one. Of course, TD Dusk running a bit of a different lineup than usual due to some roster issues and injuries. Get well soon, Vesuvius. But of course, Rotsu, King Vivi, Crockpot, J-Ren, and Rex fell to the standard lineup of Shadow, Wolf, Blaze, Rednick, Phoenix, Mythic Chaos, and Hiccup. Tectonic now up 1-0 over there on the other side of the bracket.
That's gotta be pretty exciting. I wish we could see it, but we got another series here on our hands, so good luck to all the players in that series. We should be hopping into the client side of things here in just a jiffy. Might have some players, maybe they're out grabbing a little bit of nibbles.
Yeah, but with that, both of our number 5 seeds took game 1 against the number 4 seeds. It'll be interesting to see if this trend continues or if this is a flash in the pan for some of them, as really it'll be interesting to keep the eyes on all of this as the night goes on. But right now, we see the drafts. Who are you favoring once again? Last time you liked what Aeon had, just didn't work out for them.
Yep. Definitely did not work out for them. They were not able to get the early lead. This time around, Aeon, once again, they're definitely very early to mid favor here. You have the Jhin, you have the J4. These are two champions that are known for, they have pretty strong early and mid games. It's just as the game goes on, they tend to fall off in effectiveness. Enjoy playing Jhin against a Darius who just pressed Ghost and is running at you at Mach 5.
That sounds like hell.
Yeah, that sounds like enjoyable times here in League of Legends. You can Gale Force away, but Ghost lasts a little longer than the Gale Force dash, so, Aeon, they're definitely going to have to play the early game here once again, Bickle, whereas Sunset Ravens, they have a lot more late game cushioning here. It's not like they're hyper scaling. It's not like you have the Ornn here for that extra bit of juice in the pocket, but you still got Ezreal, you still got Kennen, two big threats that will keep on scaling up. They're bolstered by a Karma here, just shielding them.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting. I think Ezreal Karma is such a strong lane overall for the side of the Sunset Ravens. We saw what Xandra could do last time, and I'm expecting more success out of them this time. I like what they're bringing to the table. I think Ken and mid can be so dangerous if played well.
Mm-hmm.
I like what they're going to bring to the table.
Yeah, it can be really dangerous, and of course, everybody knows about the Kennen TP flanks. Well, when you're mid lane Kennen, you can also roam to both side lanes, which is really fantastic when your Vengeful Maelstrom is up. Probably going to be more so looking towards the top side here, because looking at the Sunset Ravens bot lane, you really need the Sejuani here from Havoc to like actually lock down these members in the bot lane. You're not exactly bringing a lot of CC with Ezreal Karma, but if you keep people slowed up by the Glacial Prison, then they're going to be eating that full Vengeful Maelstrom, and then you can make stuff happen in the bot lane. But for now, if it's just you roaming, just look towards top lane. You got a Darius here.
Yep. Darius, of course. Both Set and Darius really want to be these lane bullies. It's just a matter of who's going to be able to execute this well. We've seen Glizzy on the Set before to mixed results, whereas we've seen... I'm not sure if we have seen the side of Sunset Ravens Wildstar on this Darius yet this split. I know I've personally seen him on it before, and he plays it all right. It really is just going to come down to execution. But I think with Lost Havoc on this Sejuani, that pairing with Darius could be terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, that is fun because you get hit by the cripple. That stacks up one of the frost passives here from the Sejuani. And then you just get stunned while you're slowed. So have fun with that. Thankfully, Glizzy, you are the set. You have the Haymaker for that just huge shield and potentially just flash show-stopping someone to get back to your turret. Definitely a lot more ways out of a top lane fight than last time when you were the Mordekaiser and just kind of had to rely on, well, is my death ram up? No? Okay.
Yeah, it really is going to come down to execution here. Mid lanes both have a big CC ability on your ultimate if you use it right. Bot lane, we saw 75% of this last time. It's just a matter of how they'll play it with a squishy Karma there instead of a slightly tankier Thresh. And really, I think it could go either way. But with that, we are going to be heading into our Spectator Glay. When we come back, we're going to be bringing you game number 2 between the Sunset Ravens and Tenebrous Esports Aeon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 2 of the night between SNC Sunset Ravens, once again on the red side, taking on Tenebris Esports Aeon, once again on the blue side. As it looks like both teams, or in this case, Aeon is sprinting mid with everything they have, looking to try and murder somebody.
See if they're able to get the Goon Squad. The Goon Squad has been spotted.
The Goon Squad has failed.
Yeah. You're not going to pay with any deep vision, though. Since that was relatively quick, and we see the 5-man fan here from Sunset Ravens, so don't have to worry about any early wards in your jungle. Spotting out where Rennick might be.
Yeah, nothing too crazy at the moment. Everybody rather fine, just waiting for the action to start a bit.
Yep. Don't have a little bit here. No real action should be happening level 1. Aside from maybe some Mana Flow procs, maybe some Spell Thief procs.
Mana Flow, Spell Thief, maybe a first strike or 2 on the tier.
Yeah. I was hearing Mystic Shots thrown out to stack that up. Lord. This is some good ice cream. I know it's unrelated to the game, but I got some really good
entirely,
peanut butter.
but you got good ice cream, and that's what matters.
I mean, it's really good peanut butter chocolate ice cream. Tillamook.
you.
I got it for free at work. Can't recommend it enough. Just like I can't recommend enough starting blue buff in this game.
And just a note here, we have triple electrocute on the side of Tenebris Esports Aeon.
Yeah.
J4, Annie, and Swain all running. They all want to pop that electrocute on somebody and just make them explode.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be a lot of burst here on whoever it lands onto. If you get the triple electrocute proc.
That'd be fun. Right now, everybody just farming up a storm, doing their best. No real trades at the moment.
No, there will be trades in the top lane here. It's just
It's just a matter of when.
yeah, it's a matter of when Wildstar gets to play the game here. Because Glizzy Gobbler, you usually can just win level 2 trades really hard as set because this is what you do.
Pulling off the face breaker.
Yeah.
Pull in, though, Decimate, big chunk back, gets these hemorrhage stacks. Going up, Nebulous throwing out that inner flame bot side. Just some damage coming in.
Ooh, that's an early gank.
Yeah,
Stun.
getting those stacks up
Double
the
stun.
passive. And Junk Sleep, though, flashes away as Rennick is here to save the day.
Has cost the flash of Junk Sleep, though. Gonna be very vulnerable here. You don't have that passive stun up. You're just gonna get jumped. Saw the double stun come through in that gank. That's already a lot of damage. We're just talking like level 2, level 3 there. Imagine
A lot
level
of
6.
damage. And speaking of damage, look at this farm lead coming up topside for Wildstar.
Man.
Slow stacking this wave. 19-4. He's saying, fight me in this wave. I dare you. Hold on. There's the pull-in.
Oh
Of
my.
that never move. And that's a big chunk coming onto Nebulous, forcing their flash. You mentioned how it's easier to chunk out a squishy than it is a tank. And that's exactly what you see as they chunk Karma.
Okay, there's the face breaker into Haymaker.
Oh, onto that apprehend. And that is the passive fully stacked on these hemorrhage stacks. As Wildstar crashes the wave but eats a tower shot for it. Nebulous and Xandra stepping up, but Rennick is in the area. Flag, drag, and flash all available if that's what he wants to look for. Enter Nebulous.
Depends on
up. No flash on this Karma, remember. This is dangerous. This is death if they step up too far.
Get him.
Karma Legend stepping up. Rennick has shown pulling
Oh,
off
that's a
the
great never
flag,
move,
drag,
baby.
knock up. First blood off the eye off the vision of the Empire, going to Karma Legend.
Beautiful pick up there. Nebulous, I mean, you got no flash. There's no vision in river. Rennick just waited. You flash, never move. Easy as pie.
And now Xandra also down their flash, does still have that cleanse available, but really in a dangerous situation, as cleanse ain't gonna do much for you when you're knocked up.
Yeah, not having that flash was Ezreal. I mean, everybody talks about, yeah, but you have Arcane Shift. It's like, yeah, Arcane Shift's really good, but like, it's not everything. You know, when there's a never move, when there's a flag and drag, when there's a curtain call, when there's a deadly flourish. You only got one arcane shift, so you better make it count.
Renek already looking to head back down bot side. Ocean Dragon has spawned there, saying we can punish this bot side. Flash and the Lost Havoc gets the stun off the Arctic Assault. There is the Permafrost, no Mark of the Storm though, and that means Junk Sleep just gonna walk away, and Lost Havoc burns the Flash.
The interesting thing here, Renek, I mean, goes for the electrocute. Not something we typically see on the J4, but, you know, not completely unheard of. But gets the first back Dirk here.
Oh boy!
Yeah, I'm leaning towards probably the Eclipse, because that's usually what the fighters get, but...
Give me the Dust Blade!
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it is a Dust Blade or Prowler's Claw. I don't know the interaction of Prowler's Claw and Flag and Drag.
Well, Glizzy has rotated down to mid here. So they're looking to get Prio on this dragon pretty early. But look at, once again in this bush, Renek is just waiting for the overextension out of Xandra and Nebulous.
Ooh, this
and
is
Karma Legend is stepping up. Nebulous is already dead. That's a matter of fact. It's just a matter of will Xandra die. Flag Drag does catch him, as does the Deadly Flares. But Nebulous, goodbye, my friend. It was nice knowing you. They're running as fast as they can. And they might actually make it out for now. If they can sidestep this never move. That's going to be key here. But look who's rotating. Junk Sleep is on their way, but so is Wayne's. The stun is primed. There's the Tibbers over the top. Flag, drag, double, knock, electrocute. Junk Sleep takes down Nebulous as Wayne trying to kite back into damage. Slicing nails from Flash in, but it's not enough. And the Vision of the Empire with the auto out of Jig is up 2-0. Going the way of Tenebrous Esports. They're saying, hey, you doubted the Jin. This is why we have it.
I honestly thought Nebulous was out of that one. If they path up towards blue after, well, path up through the second perf there, I think they're fine, but good rotation by Junk Sleep. You get this done. And that's just a double kill after Wine decides to try and go back in. Ghost popped in this top lane. Glizzy Gobbler only level 5.
Gets the slow off the crippling strike. Auto stacking up. Apprehend back in. There's the Decimate pull in, but the Haymaker back. Glizzy Gobbler
don't go back in,
this. Decimate not going to come out. And that means Glizzy still healthier there in the end than Wildstar. So very much a positive trade for this set topside.
You have a gank here from Renek. It is spotted out.
Renek looking to make a flash face breaker into the flag drag knockup. This Wildstar just going to walk away. But will this dive come in? Wildstar's got no health here and no help in the area. Karma Legend, though, is slowed. Lizzie's looking at this. Tagged by the Decimate. Lizzie going in. There's the flag drag going wide, but the face for Haymaker back in. Haymaker takes him down, and the healing off of that triumph will keep Glizzy Gobbler alive. Kill topside. Renek is in control of this map, but that does mean this first dragon is going over to the Ravens.
Where was the Deadly Flourish steal? I mean, that's kind of expected. We had Renek sitting in that top side, spotted, ganking twice for a super long time. Sunset Ravens, they're like, yeah, this is a free dragon for us. Let's grab that. You do put Wildstar a little bit more on the back foot here. Very important. Okay, that's rude.
In off of that never move, forces out the Arcane Shift. Curtain Call over the top. But there is a beautiful Glacial Prism. Lost Havoc trying to peel. Flash in with the Inspire from Nebulous. Karma Legend pays for the sins of his AD carry.
I mean, it wasn't even really sins, because it's like, that was a really good all-in here from the Aeon bot lane. Jigsaw, Karma Legend, you know, you got your combo down, you drop the Ignite, you're like, yes, we're going to obliterate this Ezreal. Then all of a sudden, Lost Havoc comes in, throws out the Glacial Prison, and you're like, alright, so much for that plan. And
yeah, well, it was a nice plan while it lasted.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, that's good on paper, but then an unexpected Sejuani comes, so we'll give him that one.
When in doubt, expect the jungler to be in your lane.
Yeah, even when you see jungler on the other side of the map. You know? God. On that subject, remember when LeBlanc could just put a clone anywhere on the map? That was funny.
Do not remind me.
Yeah.
Trading back with these
Showstopper.
Decimate, though, comes in. There's the dunk. Not enough, though. Glizzy's walking out.
No.
Not enough burn. Barely, but Xandra is tagged.
Has to walk it back. But look who's back bot side. His name is J4, and Rennick is on the chase.
Flag.
As their
Drag.
flag drag knock up on a Nebulous. Nebulous, my friends, goodbye. Have fun with death number 3. Karma Legend flashes in, gets the Never Move, forces out the cleanse off of Xandra. Throws out that True Shot Barrage trying to clear the wave, but the Herald's coming in bot side.
Oh.
Rennick says it's Camp City bot side. Population me as another Never Move lands into that Mission of Empire, and the auto coming out of Jig takes him down.
3-0-2. This Jin has participated in every single kill except for one. And is now going to participate in first turret. This is going to be full plates as well. They are able to take this down. They should be able. They should be able to.
They should be able to.
Should be able to. Should be able
Throwing
to.
out the Shuriken. Lost Havoc in the area, looking to put a pressure middle, but now Jig firing some autos with Karma Legend. Surely this tower goes down now.
Yep.
Now. And
Yeah.
there it is. Any day now.
Yeah, I don't care how
tower
fed you
one
are as Jin.
Going over to Jig is up.
I don't care how fed you are as Jin. You can see there. You're not exactly known for taking towers lickety split.
Oh no! It's Jin's worst enemy, the Control Ward.
Yeah, back when it had 5 health.
Oh,
There's a whole
Jin.
comic posted
Poor
about
Jin.
that.
Hold on, Glizzy's looking here, sees Lost Havoc on that vision, but Wildstar perfectly fine on his wave right now. Wildstar, despite having that death to Glizzy and Rennick, still up 40 CS in that situation.
I mean, you're just a melee champion who has to get into melee range against a Darius. Like, what can you do about that? There's like very few champions that actually counter Darius in lane can actually go toe to toe.
Pull in, Wildstar pops the ghost, looking to continue to chase. Auto's coming out, the passive already stacked. There's the showstopper back. Glizzy trying to run for his life. Decimate comes in. He's looking. There's the dunk. There's the.
I don't think it's enough this time.
Wildstar solo kill top side.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, even with the showstopper back, like, Wildstar just sits on top of you with that ghost. You can't run away. Pop the cripple. Get that huge slow as well. And then you're just bleeding out. The Haymaker can only block so much damage because that shield dissipates really, really fast here, Bickle. And
Yeah, and
you just don't get to play.
The instant Glizzy popped that Facebreaker to try and get a bit of damage off, Wildstar knows that's the only thing that can stop me and get him away from me. I can go in, I can murder him. He felt confident, he went in, and guess what? He murdered him.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't even stop you from going in as Darius. Like, you don't mind when you get Facebreakered unless you're behind, but okay, this is a completed Eclipse here for a Rennick. So we'll have some anti-hitting capabilities here when you proc that. That is like percentage max health damage, you know, a little bit.
Just a wee bit. But of course, Rennick saying it's my job to do
Oh,
the damage
Wayne.
now.
Oh, good
There's the
flash.
Cataclysm flashed out there by Wayne. He's completely out to safety now. Does burn that flash though, which means no big flash in with that Lightning Rush slicing Maelstrom. Big weight off the shoulders of the side of Aeon right now.
Because you still have the slicing Maelstrom here, but not going to be able to contest. Cryo in the pit in the favor of Aeon. They're going to pick themselves up the Hextech Dragon. And yeah, going to be the Chemtech Rift. That's cool.
Yeah, those empowered plants are going to be doing a lot for the side of both teams. What you like to see, Xandra just trying to fire out these Mystic shots, get himself some first strike gold, get himself some extra money, dodges out of that Never Move that could have been very dangerous with the fact that Rennick's in the air.
Pretty big deal. Dodge out of that one. Things will be a little calm here on the Rift. Aeon, though, they have a little over 2,000 extra gold here. The Tenebros gonna be happy with that slight lead here, even if it's not a game-ending one. It's a leg to stand on here, and look to just carry it on into later stages of this game, and hopefully even up the series here if you are Aeon.
Yeah, Aeon definitely looking to get back into it, make things even. Jig's up
pretty decent gold lead at this exact moment, up about 1.5k on his lane opponent. There's the root, though. Does go wide, no follow-up from that never.
Back to the big chill.
And right now, every member on the side of Tenebris Esports ahead of their lane opponent, except for Glizzy up top, as Wildstar has about a 1.5k gold lead himself.
Yeah. That top lane is rough.
Here comes a Herald drop mid, as this is a 4-stack mid looking to siege away and take down another tower. Open this map up quite a lot. Rennick threatening that Duncan. Flag drag in. Here comes Lost Havoc, though. Knock up there. Forces the flash out of Rennick. There's the follow-up, though. But a Deadly Flourish comes in. Havoc's trying to get the shutdown. But he does walk away in the end. He's being slowed. Curtain call over the top. Nebulous caught by the Never Move. Flag drag. Dunk in. Havoc tries to save his support. Does not get it in the end, though. He will perish. As Junk Sleep's tanking this turret and executes. Jig is up, though. Dashes in under the tower. Eats some shots, but the minions down by Zandra. And in the end, 2 for 2. Though that was an execute there on Junk Sleep.
It wasn't execute, but you do get at least the shutdown here onto that 4-1 Jin. Well, was 4-0 at the time of the shutdown, so that's pretty big. Got some extra gold in the bank here for Zondrada.
Yeah, honestly, your guess is as good as mine. There's a reason I'm calling them Zandra.
That's true, yeah. Zandra. Lysandra. It's like Lysandra and lasagna. Yeah, the part in the front of it. I don't know where he's going with that.
Yeah, but we do see Mythics now coming in basically across the board. Hearthsteel, Eclipse, Luden's Tempest, Gale Force, Leandries, Trinity Force, Radiant Virtue, and Rocket Belt all online. Of course, Ezreal opting instead for that Essence Revert. No surprise there. And Nebulous, the last member to have not completed an item.
Feels bad. You are 0-4 as a support karma. With how hard you work Ant in that bot lane and not having the same luxury as that Thresh of having at least a little bit of extra tank. Ooh. Yeah, Junk Sleep, don't play with these demons. You're 2-1. Don't get me wrong. You do a lot of damage, but a Wildstar just kind of walks at you really quickly and apprehends you and you die.
Yeah, really that apprehend is the biggest threat to, I'd say, basically everybody on the side of Tenebris Esports right now. Nebulous throwing out that enhanced Soul Flare, trying to get a bit of poke damage, free up Wildstar to roam. But right now, it feels like this has been all Rennick all the time, as he's just gotten everybody on his team ahead when they... This dragon spawning in 30 seconds is going to be the next call for the side of Tenebris Esports.
It is only the second dragon of the game for whichever team does pick it up right now. Ooh, that apprehend just missing. We have a bit of a gang.
This buff, but Rennick and Co are here. There's the flag drag knockup. Glizzy coming in. Auto's coming out. Facebreaker. Glizzy's up, my friend.
Glizzy gets another kill here. Thankfully, that's gonna help a lot with this almost flame horizon here in the top lane. As I've said it, and I'll say it again. If you're a melee champion playing against Darius in the top lane, have fun with that. Gonna pick themselves up a kill, gonna pick themselves up this dragon and Aeon. Bring themselves up a little further in both the objectives and the gold off that play.
Yeah, and something to note. Usually we're talking about Rennick, we're like, okay, Jarvan can go this Eclipse and then kind of go a bit more bruisery. No, he's saying, fuck tankiness, I want to do damage. As not only does he have the Eclipse, he has another serrated Dirk. He is going full one-shot lethality Jarvan, and I absolutely love it.
We'll see if it does continue into the full one-shot lethality. Because just Eclipse and another lethality item, you know, that's kind of one-shotty, but it's not full committal, you know? If this was a dust blade, then we go like, okay, yeah, this is definitely okay. A little caught out here, Karma
in
Legend.
a bit of trouble. There is that slicing maelstrom over the top. He will just melt. Karma Legend picked for being a bit too overextended.
Yep. I mean, it's a free kill. You do commit a huge ulti to it, but at the same time,
knocks him back, gets him with the apprehend, pulls him in for the decimate, gets some damage out. And he's just fine. He eats that bit of damage off the Heartsteel. That is the big mythic component done for Glizzy, as Wildstar still has this Trinity Force to pump out damage as he looks to push down and get this tower. Has completed the Flame Horizon. Xandra now on the run from Jig is up, but Wildstar looking at this bot tower, pulled in by the Facebreaker. He's focusing this tower. He doesn't want to fight him yet. Takes down the tower. Says, you know what? Now my attention's on you. Stacks up the passive, pops the ghost, gets the cripple, flash away, the dunk comes in, Facebreaker, Haymaker, not enough. Wildstar picks up another solo kill bot side, but bot side Wildstar maybe in some trouble. The ghost is running out, but Jig is up, continuing the chase. There's the autos, the chase continuing. 1, 2, 3, Gale Force, 4 for Jin.
That's a big shutdown picked up here. 5-1 Jin will definitely do a lot more damage than the Jin we saw last game. Does also help you're not facing 2 just full-on tanks. So I'll give you that one as well, but... Oh, Wildstar actually the first one to complete their second item this game with the Death's Dance. That's going to be really obnoxious here if you're Glizzy Gobbler. You're going for this full tank build, more or less. You've kind of committed, like... Yeah, I know I'm not winning the 1v1, but... Maybe I can get some extra health here with this Heartsteel. Maybe I get some extra armor here and I can just walk away. It's like, I don't think you're going to be able to do that, buddy.
Nah, anytime you're staring down Wildstar, you're like, well, I gotta hope the turret's not low or else he's gonna run me down. But the good news for Glizzy is the rest of his team is absolutely demolishing the map right now. Rennick 009, almost perfect KP if it weren't for that solo kill. If it weren't for that kill bot that Glizzy, they're looking to chase down Wayne. They're just going to walk it out right now.
Yeah, poor Glizzy Gobbler. Like, they've just had such a rough time. They're only level 11. They're a level behind Xandra. The 80 carry on the enemy team.
That's painful.
And your team is the one with the lead. I mean, it's a slight lead, but it was a lead. Oh, Vision of an Empire. Gonna be Vision of some stacks. Looking for the flag. Looking for the drag.
Drag. Nebulous dunked on. Will fall. Curtain Call's looking to chase on a Nebulous. Flash away force. But there's flash over with the Nevermore.
Collector.
Not enough, though. Meanwhile, Wayne trying to run for his life. Havoc, though, caught in the middle as Glizzy looking to pull back in. Wayne peels for his 80 carry. There's the autos coming out. The dunk over the top for Glizzy.
It is going to be up to Wildstar here. You do at least have lost Havoc to locked up. There are a lot of ultimates down. There's also a collector on a J4. Not something I would see in a game that I cast. But here we are.
Indeed, here we are. Rennick just looking to deal this damage. And all the sides of Snack Bears just in a lot of trouble here. Dragon up in 30 seconds would be sole point for the side of Tenebris Esports. And you got to think they're looking to control that.
Oh, for sure. Because you basically have the lead in every lane except for top, like you mentioned. And even then, like, at least Glizzy Gobbler, they've gotten 3 kills under their belt. They'll at least... And with this tank build, they'll at least be able to, like, CC some people in the back line before dropping, you know?
Exactly. They can ulti somebody, probably the tank, try and get some damage into the back line. Snack Bears complete control over this objective right now as the resets had come in
where the other
people side of Tenebris Esports, but Rennick in the area. He's stolen these before. He wants to steal them again.
This is just
drag over. Rennick's here. Gets stunned, but he steals it anyways. Steal, smite, flash, walk away. Doesn't even matter. He says, I could kill you if I wanted to. I just don't need to. 1-0-11 on the Jarvan as he secures them sole point threat.
Oh, that's actually so rough here because keep in mind, like, that was just the YOLO steal. Like, they weren't trying to fight it. It was just, hey, I'm gonna flag and drag over. I got flash available. If I steal it, I steal it. If not, I'm gonna flash out and get out of here.
It was Rennick just saying, I'm not feeling it. Yeah, I'm
Yellow
feeling
flag.
it.
Yeah. Going to crit.
Rennick
Okay.
going in, looking for Xandra, threatening, instantly forcing out that arcane shift. As now 2 are shoving in this bot lane as Wildstar clearing the wave. Does get that stun there by the Annie, but the Ghost has been popped. The charge is continuing. Forced to pop the Demonic Ascension. Wildstar is burning really low. Forced to run away. He will burn as Karma Legend takes him down with the Demonic Ascension. And that means this bot duo can continue to push, but the cavalry has arrived. Protobelt in, Wayne's looking to come in. Mark of the Storm is on, just meaning he will not be stunned in the end. Xandra takes him down, though, as there is another kill. Junk Sleep falls. Wayne takes him down. 2 for 1 in the end.
2 for 1. You are going to be losing some damage on this mid lane turret. Thankfully, it is a lethality Jarvan plus Jhin. So not exactly insane turret damage, but enough turret damage in the end. And while all that's happening, I mean, Glizzy Gobbler, they are up in the top side, recuperating some of the CS they did lose during laning phase. It is still a Flame Horizon, yes, but, you know, you're making of it what you can.
Yeah, and right now, Team Esports in complete control of this game right now. Despite that, though, only up about 4k gold.
Yeah, it definitely feels like more. A lot of it is kind of probably in this top lane, neutralizing it.
It's a 2k gold lead topside for the side of Snack Bears. Everything else is going the way of Tenebrae Esports.
It is down to only about a 1.
Actually, hold on. Wayne is a couple hundred gold ahead of Junk Sleep. So it's really just 80 carry a little bit, jungle a decent bit, and then support a lot.
Yeah. Support can be really damn swingy. Like,
yeah,
if you're on the Nebula side of things where you have 5 deaths, 3 assists, yeah, you are going to be so far behind in gold.
Yep.
Whereas like Karma Legend, I mean, they participated in 9 kills. You know, only died 3 times.
Oh, the cavalry's coming topside as Jig, Karma, and Glizzy are looking. Rennick's here as well. They're looking at Wildstar right now. Flash away, but a pull in off the face breaker. Dunk in onto Wildstar. He's in the Thunderdome, and he will fall.
Do they just go to Baron here? You have Wayne on the bot side. Does have teleport.
I mean, why not?
Okay, they're just gonna go for it. The safe play here. Stop that bot lane push. I thought they might YOLO for the Baron, but it would definitely be YOLO. You still have. Okay.
When Glizzy pulls in, there's the Haymaker doing a bit of damage. Gets another Heartsteel proc up to 148 bonus health from 5 total charges.
Yep.
Now Xandra throwing this True Shot Brawls down mid lane, trying his best to wave clear, defend as much as he can, and just buy time. Dragon up in a minute. That is Chem Tech Soul for the side of Tenebrae Esports if it can secure it.
That'd be such a huge thing if they could secure it. Chemtech Soul. A lot of value. And you also get triple Chemtech Dragons, you know. Pretty insane value. Even though you can't hover over it and get a little tooltip that says what it does. Because Riot just has not properly implemented the Chemtech Dragon in Spectator. Thank you,
Yep,
Riot.
unfortunately. Right now, Vision Control just trying to come out as this Soul is the big contest. Junk Sleep, about half health, will likely be forced to recall, but does have that TP available.
TP is going to be such a huge deal here for these fights. With how much side lane action we've been seeing. You know, it's going to be a huge difference maker. Be able to get
This
the
is
TP
a team
first.
fight. If you're the side of Snack Bears, this feels like it's make or break. You got to do something. You got to try and pick somebody. You got to try and win a fight. Stop this
Oh,
Soul.
look at this. There might be a bit of a pincer maneuver here.
Wayne's
Wayne
looking. They
is
see
looking.
Junk Sleep.
That's a big
Goes
one.
in for the Kennen ulti, but they're split right now. Jig is up trying to run away. Wayne is popped into the Thunderdome. Glizzy Gobbler over the top. That is 2 falling. That is 3 falling. 4 falling. And now Lost Havoc is the last man standing
That's a 5 for nothing going the way of Tenebris Esports. As Snackner says, we're down in gold, but we're going to try and take a man disadvantaged fight anyways, as they just don't wait for their 80 carry to show up to the fight.
I saw the angle there, Becca. Like, it looks so juicy. You see the Annie, you see the Jin, you got that Maelstrom, and you got a Darius behind you. The problem is you're just a little too far ahead. Everybody's able to stop the Darius from going on in. And then you just don't have enough juice in the tank here as Wayne to finish off the bot, or finish off these two squishy carries that just feel so terrible. Like, if you're a Kennen with 2.5 items and not able to burst the enemy 80 carry, that just feels so awful. Yes, there was a flash there. Yes, there was a Gale Force, but like, that is...
It's just a really rough situation now to be in. All things considered, is now that's Dragon Soul going over the side of the Tenebris Esports Aeon squad. And really, it feels like they're in complete control of this game and have been since the very beginning. Baron feels like all they need to really close out this game. They're saying, we get Baron, we're just going to shove it down your throat. We showed you we can win a 5v5. Doesn't really matter now.
Yeah. Like, how do you contest this? You're gonna need Wayne to TP in. Thankfully, this isn't the quickest Baron taking composition. You don't have anyone...
Not even close. You have a Jhin.
You have a tank set top lane.
A lot of folk coming over.
Ooh,
Trisha Barrage
that's
chunks
good.
out Jig. They're forced off of this, actually. Rennick, though,
They're
going in
looking.
onto Wildstar, looking to continue. There's the Glacial Prison lockdown onto Glizzy, but the dunk
That's
comes
the big
in.
Tibbers.
There is Rennick. Dunked on, though. Wayne is shut down, but Rennick is taken down as well. Over the top, Wildstar does not finish off Glizzy. Havas with the chase on the Jig is up. He's trying to run away. He will fall, though. That means that is a 1 for 3 going the way of Tenebris Esports. They're looking to peel back onto this Baron now, but they don't have a jungler. But they don't care, because neither does Snack Bears.
Wayne is not able...
True Shot Barrage, not able to pick anything up.
Wayne is not able to press the button. Maybe...
Karma
You
Legend
see that?
popped, though.
Wait.
Hold on, this is low. There's no smite.
Okay.
Ooh. I was sweating bullets there for a second.
But man... It looks so... That was the angle for Sunset Ravens, but you're not able to get this Kennen into the backline. There's still a Vengeful Maelstrom. Wayne not able to pop that. Just gets bursted by the Tibbers, get bursted by the follow-up damage here, Bickle. Man. And now you gotta face the Baron. You do at least take down 2 Baron buffs, but it costs you, what, 4 members on your team?
3, I think.
I think it was 3, yeah, but 3 for 2, you lose the Baron. You're still facing down this Chemtech Soul, like, and it's this massive gold lead. It's definitely looking like what's gonna happen in this next game number 3 angle. If you're the Sunset Ravens, like, you just don't really have an angle right now. You don't have the damage outside of Wildstar, who tends to get bursted. Zandra definitely doing damage right now. Okay, here's the flank.
Incoming Wayne going in, looking for that
That's
slice
the
of Maelstrom.
angle.
It's not enough,
Whoa.
though. So much damage, but in the end, it is traded 1 for 1 as Rennick does fall. Wildstar trying to take down Tibbers, but Tibbers teleports away back to Junk Sleep. As that, in the end, is just a 1 for 1. As that slicing Maelstrom looked so good. He may have had 2 to 3 there, but in the end, the only person who falls is Rennick there after some fall from his team.
Back in.
Lost Havoc's going back in. Heal is forced out, but
there's
Demonic
the
Ascension over the top. Karma Legend coming in to melt these fools. Is stunned out, though. Wildstar dunks and gets him low, but it's not enough as there's the Haymaker into the back line. Dunks him in, 2 fall. The slow coming in from the curtain call, and that may be curtains here for the Ravens as Glizzy's looking to continue the chase.
Oh, okay, Vision of the Empire does not finish it off. Yeah. That's just the goal differential. We've seen it time and time again, Wayne. They're trying to get these good flanks here, Bickle. But they just get blown up, like...
Blown to
Firework.
absolute smithereens. And that, unfortunately, is what happens to the side of the Sunset Ravens. As right now, Tenebris Esports looking to shove in a very easy way to end out this game. Glizzy looking to step up says, I don't care what you throw at me. I'm going to throw it right back at you as I take your tower. Glizzy's looking to continue the chase. And despite his gold deficit, despite his CS deficit, Glizzy Gobbler right now is the second highest bounty in the game. Let's hold on to Shiz.
Oh.
Flash in by Wayne. He's looking to continue, but the Tibber stun on top. Junk Sleep will sacrifice his life to peel for his team, playing the role as a support as a mid laner, but the rest of his teammates will escape with their lives. But Elder Dragon in 40 seconds, it feels like Snack Bears feels like that is the only chance they have of getting back into this game.
It is a monumental task to say the least, because you're down quite a bit in gold. Your main angles just kind of get blown up every time they find the angle themselves here. There's an enemy Chemtech Soul. There's technically a hope. Like Zandra, they are sitting on 4 items now, Pickle. They do a lot of damage.
They absolutely do a lot of damage. But guess who else does a lot of damage? It's the Jhin, who's nearly 100% crit. It's the Jarvan with 4 items, 2 of which are lethality. And you can deal a lot of damage, but it doesn't matter when you're getting instantly bursted out through an anti-stun and a J4 flag drag. As right now, Tennis Free Sports controls this river, says you're not getting anywhere near this Elder Dragon. Havoc trying his best. 5k left, forced to Arctic Assault away. 2k, 1k going the way of Aeon. Over the top, Haymaker, Facebreaker, dunk into the back. That's 3, that's 4, that's 5, and that's the game. That's Aeon evening up the series.
We are bringing it to a best of 3 right now, Bickle. Teleport into the base. Got a little bit of time to reflect on that one, I guess, but we know what the result is here. We've known what the result will be for what feels like the past 15 minutes. 31-11. Aeon coming back with a vengeance. And showing they got some bite.
Yeah, quite a bit of bite. Shoutouts there have to go to Jiggas up 11, 1, and 13 on that Jhin to end the game. Despite being down about 70 CS, did not matter. But I have to say, my MVP there needs to be Rennick, as he set up that early game and ran it to phenomenal measures. He took over the entire map. He got his bot lane ahead. He got his top lane ahead. He kept his mid lane from dying. Anywhere Rennick was is where the action was happening.
And Bill Collector, baby. Let's go.
Collector Eclipse Electrocute Jarvan. I absolutely love it.
Absolutely just fine a dabbing on him, as the youngins say. Well,
despite that, almost dealing the least damage on the team doesn't matter, though, as everybody's putting out the big numbers.
Yeah, but that is going to be Aeon coming back with a vengeance. Rennick once again putting out quite a bit of a performance here. And as this lethality kind of one-shot Jarvan, putting in quite the performance, 6-2 and 20.
Yep, of course, Snack Bears now have side select going into the next game for the rest of the series. Of course, in playoffs, we're into best of 5s now. So this ain't game yet. We still got more time to go tonight. It's going to be aggressive as these teams are swinging back and forth trying to knock each other out. But with that, we are going to head to a quick break. When we come back, we'll be here with game number 3's draft between Tenebris Esports Aeon and SNC Sunset Ravens.
but it just. Nope. The series, well, I thought we were going live a few seconds later, so chat might have heard me talk about my itchy foot. So enjoy the Gopher quick fact. Jarvan, gonna be locked in here for Aeon. Worked out well for them last time around. But instead of Ezreal, it's gonna be Zaya. Interesting shit. Oh, there he is. Banned. Yeah. And yeah. I mean, the Ezreal's also been working out pretty well for you this series, but Kaisa, not something we're seeing too much of these days. Kaisa usually being paired with much more harder engaged supports like the Nautilus, like the Leona, but the Thresh helps you proc the passive, all the same, just not the same level of all-in, buddy. Doesn't give you the extra safety though with the Lantern, so there's that. What do the Ravens want to lock in here? You might have your bot lane locked in. You might have the Amumu jungle though, that we have seen earlier this series. Can lock in the Lovers Duo, won't lock in the Lovers Duo. It's going to be the Olaf top or jungle, I guess. You know, there's a lot of flexing potential here from the Ravens comp. I play a Shen. Because, you know, a lot of Olaf. Yeah. Okay, the Braum. So that is going to be the Amumu jungle here. Unless we see super forbidden tech with the solo lane Amumu. Kind of really doubt it, but you know, it's a possibility. The Braum going to be locked in. Will give a lot of extra protection here to the Zio once you put up that wall. Will block any hooks coming your way. Can't stop the flag and drive though. That's going to suck a little. Set being hovered. We saw what the counter pick was last time. If they do want to go for the super flexissimo here on Sunset Ravens. Oh. You're not loud for me, but yeah. I mean, OBS is just, you gotta adjust your volume, you gotta adjust their volume. Everyone sucks at OBS. Ooh, okay, Morgana, let's go, dude. Yeah. 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 If you're going for like the backline Morgana build, in the mid lane, because I think now with the new Roa, I haven't tried it myself. I like playing Morgana mid, because you know you just press W and clear waves. It's pretty fun. It's pretty uninteractive. But that aside, oh, it could be Twitch chat trolling you. That would be really funny. That is something you can do on like a lot of like amateur productions. Just start spamming in chat like Mike, hello, muted, and that is one way to just, yeah, that is one way to just make the producer just start sweating bullets. But you can also go for the Roa build here with the Zonius. Then you're able to kind of run in with this Olaf, run in with this Samumu, get that big Chains of Corruption on off. It's a pretty handy. Can go for the backline build though, where you just Chains of Corruption, the people hopping on top of you. Not the Chains of Corruption. That's the Varus ulti. It's been a while. The Soul Shackles. Unmute stream and see if you can hear yourself. See. See. Do I hear you? Yeah, I actually don't hear you on stream. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, so for people wondering, my co-caster is apparently muted. Does not know why. We are in decline draft though. So my co-caster slash producer figures all that out. Nothing too surprising here in the lane matchups. It is gonna be Olaf versus Sud in the top lane. That's kind of interesting because a lot of champions in the top lane typically struggle against the set level 1 and level 2. Level 1, you just kind of face breaker them while you're standing in your wave. They start eating up minion autos. You're able to get those 1-2 hooks into them for that extra bit of damage. Olaf has a very degenerate level 1 because X, then you X, then you X, then you X. Haven't heard anything from my co-caster yet. Okay. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we